check this out. I did pick up this one, that's pretty cool. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Ellie Knows Rocks. Today I am standing on what has been coined Crystal Hill that is northeast of Lake Havasu City, Arizona. And today I have come out here to find what they told me were going to be quartz crystals. But I have a little surprise for you because these are not quartz crystals, but you're gonna have to stick around to find out exactly what these are. I was told this location by a club member, and yesterday I came out here and tried to find it, and I had the wrong location because they gave me the wrong pinpoint. So today I commandeered the person from the shop that gave me that pinpoint and dragged them out here to show me the exact location. And now we're here and I am standing on it, about ready to stick my pick in the ground and see exactly what's going on. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this awesome adventure, and let's go see what we find. Attempt number 2. We are back out at the same location now, and I was in the wrong location. I was in the hills way over there, and I'm supposed to be in the hills way over here. So I kidnapped the person, just kidding, hijacked actually the person that, just kidding as well, told me about this location originally. So now we are out to actually see if we can find little quartz crystals. I have my big pick and we're gonna have at it. So wish me luck. You can see all, oh, this is like calcite, this is quartz. Look, you can see little quartz crystals here, some right there, this one, that one. Oh, that one that's covered. So this is kind of what they look like. They're covered with all this crap. Oh, here's a good one. Yeah, score. They're everywhere right now. And this is just surface collecting. Wow.
Unfortunately, my realization moment of figuring out exactly what we had was not caught on camera because I thought I hit record, but I really didn't hit record. That happens sometimes, and it was such a bummer. But this is the moment that I was figuring out that we didn't have quartz crystals, we had something completely different.
Hey guys, check this out. I was under the impression that these were quartz crystals, and there could be quartz crystals out here. From what I'm seeing, it looks like we have a dual mixture. But if you look real close, if you know what dog's tooth calcite looks like, that's what this is. This is dog's tooth calcite with caliche over it. So it's dog's tooth calcite that was precipitated into this area, which we've got an andesitic rock that it's in. So it's a very aphanitic volcanic rock that is here. And there's little bits of beautiful calcite crystals. Look at them. There's tons of them, and they're right here on the ground. I'm gonna start digging down into a hole to expose like my own for the first time. So we'll see how this goes. How do you feel about that?
I'll say 3 words or 4 words in this one.
But this is the 4th video that Steve has been in now. And so he's become a valuable part of picking his brain for locations that I'm unaware of. Thank you, Steve. We're just looking around the back side of the hill. It's a lot steeper. You can see the different calcites and different veining around the rocks. So this is all from indication of geothermal activity, so creating a hydrothermal water. Ooh, look at those. Look at this little calcites. Right here, look at those perfect, like almost rhombs. This is broken calcite, making like perfect cleavage of rhombohedral calcites. How neat. Oh, look at that one. That's been pretty etched, but nevertheless, it's still pretty good size. Oh, look at that guy. Wow. These have been a little bit more cleaned off because they're not barren. Oh, this one's huge. Holy crap. Look at that together. gosh, he's so adorable. You can see the different calcites and different veining around the rocks. So this is all from indication of geothermal activity, so creating a hydrothermal water. Ooh, look at those. Look at this little calcites. Right here, look at those perfect, like almost rhombs. This is broken calcite making like perfect cleavage of rhombohedral calcites. How neat. Oh, look at that one. That's been pretty etched, but nevertheless, it's still pretty good size. Oh, look at that guy. Wow. These have been a little bit more cleaned off because they're not barren. Oh, this one's huge. Holy crap. Look at that together. Yep. Oh my gosh, he's so adorable. Look at those guys. These are huge. Oh man, look. They are this big old hole that somebody was digging in and just kind of left their tailings pile. I'm so glad I came out here to update the club's experience because, yeah, this is definitely not quartz crystals. These are calcite. We're gonna have a fun experiment of cleaning these off when we get home. Ah! Oh my gosh, okay, I gotta, ooh, that's a good one. With just a ton of little like extras on it. We're gonna dip these big crystal tips of calcite into a very, very diluted form of muriatic acid to get rid of the caliche and hopefully save the calcite that is already crystallized here and formed. This is going to be a very delicate process because if you leave it in the muriatic acid too long, it's just going to dissolve into absolutely nothing. So that'll be fun. Look at that big one, guys. Look how cool that is. That is amazing, and that came out of this little pit right here. Ah, look. Okay, so this is the tailings pile that Steve is just showing us, and look how awesome some of these are. You have secondary crystal growth on the outside edges of all of this. Now, what is amazing about all of this is, yeah, everybody thought that this was quartz crystals, like we've already established. These are definitely not quartz crystals. These are amazing, amazing, amazing calcites. Look at that. So calcite can be quite interesting because if we're dipping this in acid, it can disappear very, very quickly. And so we're gonna have to dip these really fast and hope that all of that stuff on them goes away and disappears. Oh, look at that with a little growth. How cute. Of course, we all only want the best. So that's what we are looking for today is the best. Oh my gosh, look at this. Ooh. Look at that. Big, huge cluster together. Now, these are probably gonna fall apart once we dip it in acid, but that's okay. I mean, you're still gonna have the majority of the crystals together. Ow. Look at this. This one right here. Big tip on that. This guy. Ooh, this one. These. How fun is this? Wow. We are digging kind of right in this area. I am really hoping to find some bigger ones. Whew, look at that one. Double points, it almost looks like a heart. How cute is that? This big guy. It definitely looks like the digging with a pick just covers everything up, and I'm gonna show you right now what I mean. But you see how everything went from, yeah, you can easily see it, to look at all just the dirt. And yeah, we know that there's dirt in it, but wow, you were really like grasping for straws in this funky looking dirt, because this is what it looks like, and you can see them pretty easily and clear. But take this piece and this piece, throw them in the dirt, mix them in a little bit. Well, I guess now since they're clean, they're still kind of easy to find, but still, those covered up with a little bit of dirt, you can't see them at all. But we can talk a little bit about calcite in this area. Since this is an old volcanic topper or an old volcanic, it looks like some rhyolite and a little bit of andesite. There was probably still a lot of geothermal activity underground, which was heating up the groundwater, creating like hydrothermal vents and areas for the hydrothermal fluid to extract the calcite from rocks surrounding it and then push it up to the surface and then precipitate it into the form that it's in today. So the chemical structure of calcite can form in any shape possible. It can form in almost with every color, which is awesome. Calcite is a 3 on Mohs hardness scale. It's very, very easy to scratch. You can almost scratch it with your fingernail. And it has a very, very distinct cleavage plane, and it has perfect cleavage planes that'll break in very straight lines, which is awesome. So if you look at some of this, I'll break some, you'll see that the cleavage is gonna break perfectly across the crystal. So we have this and this right here. I'm gonna take these guys, we're gonna break it. Maybe. See how it broke with a perfect flat face right there? Let's take this one. We might have to hit it with a rock. Break it with a rock and see. Okay, this is a great example. Just after hitting it with a rock, you can see how clear it is inside, but how those planes are absolutely flat. Now, if this would have been quartz crystals, this would have broken with a conchoidal fracture. Being as this is calcite, you get those perfect flat cleavage planes. Okay, since the dirt is kind of burying everything, we're gonna do some surface collecting because, well, it's warm out today. I have another spot to check out and I want to collect these guys. Look at that! That's amazing! But I wanna collect as many of these as we can to clean them. And ooh, look at that. Look at that one, yeah. Oh, here's a good one. Because, I mean, these were left over probably because the dirt that you dig up buries these and you can't see them. So the rain has now exposed them and washed them off a little bit. So this is the perfect opportunity to just dig through the tails. Who doesn't love that, right? I guess this is a benefit right here, being part of a rock club. You never know exactly what you're going to find, and for me, sometimes being part of rock clubs means that I get to go out and help them identify what they have misidentified. In this case, these are definitely not quartz crystals, this is calcite. And so now that they know that, they can be better informed and inform new club members that that's what they will be finding. So that's kind of exciting too. We're gonna clean up this one and this. I'm really hoping these come out. We're gonna see. They're definitely gonna etch a little bit with the acid, but they should still come out really nice and clean. That one has double growth. This is the bigger cluster we found. That's probably gonna fall apart, but we'll see. Bowl of water that's just for neutralizing muriatic acid. But first, gloves. We're gonna put water in here. Just a little bit of acid. It's very, very diluted. These are gonna fizz like crazy. Watch. Ah. So the whole point is just to take off that outer layer of caliche and save the crystal. Just neutralize it by putting it in regular water. Look how clear that became. There's still some funky stuff on it. Maybe we can get that off, but we're gonna do a couple more of these and see where it takes us. Ah, that one did fall apart. That's okay, that happens. I expected it to, but whoa, that got white so fast. Look at that. Okay, that one got cleaned up very super fast and not much etching. That's pretty neat. That one looks neat. Look at that one. That's pretty. You could see with a little bit of scrubbing on these and a couple more baths, some of them get to be really beautifully white. Some interesting etched features on them. Some of these could be really great. These can be wrapped into jewelry and all kinds of stuff. So with a little pick to pull that off, you could pull off the rest of the caliche, or even a second acid bath just to loosen it up a little bit more. This is the first dogtooth shape that I found that let me know that this was really calcite, so I definitely have to clean this. Remember, please don't use acid without gloves, something protected, and neutralizing water very, very close by. This stuff can be quite dangerous. Wow, look at that point right there. Super clear on the one side. Still a lot of caliche that I could dig off of that, but that's a pretty great crystal.
I'm loving these little crystals that I cleaned up. You can still see that some of them need just a little bit of work, and you can take a scribe and kind of scratch that off and then re-give them an acid bath. The etching is very minimal, which just means the acid is eating away at the calcite crystal, creating little marks in it. That is considered etching from acid. But the etching's very minimal, so you can see you can clean these a couple times. I think this one's my absolute favorite of the crystals that I collected.
All right, guys, I am about to head over to the next spot to go drive up on top of a hill that is supposed to have a ton of banded agate. Ooh, I'm so excited. I'm super pumped about these crystals. This was awesome and amazing. I'm so glad we found them, but let's head to the next site. I hope that you love what we have found today. I hope you learned something, and looking at everything after it got cleaned up, not dissolving all the calcite and the acid. Thank goodness we got some actual good ones that came out of the entire box. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this amazing adventure, and I'll see you on the next one.